Hello. Today we're doing a head-to-head comparison of the AdTran NetVanta 1535P and the Phybridge PoLRE switch. That's Power over Long Reach Ethernet switch. We're going to do a comparison of a IP phone deployment using the existing two-wire infrastructure. So let's get started. First, we want to set the stage. What we're talking about is designing an optimized converged network with a separate path for voice, leveraging an existing pair of Cat3 voice infrastructure, complementing and extending the data LAN, where distances up to 1,200 feet in this particular instance of deployment. It's important to note that when customers are considering moving to voice over IP, there are three important things that they need to consider. First of all, the applications that will bring the return on investment and value to the customer when they make the move from their traditional either TDM or analog solution to a brand new IP solution. The second is the gear itself that they're going to layer onto the network to provide the application value. And the third thing is the foundation that's supporting all of these things. Now we need to make sure that we have the proper budget allocation for all three of those components to make sure that we have a successful deployment and we allocate as much budget as we can on the applications that really bring value. We also want to make sure that when we put the foundation in place that it's designed to last the lifetime of that communications solution, just like customers are accustomed to today. Their existing phone system has lasted 10 to 15 years. When they make the investment now to move to IP, they want to make sure that they have the same type of experience. The last thing we want to do is put in a temporary solution that needs to be replaced and refreshed every 3 or 4 or 5 years. That's just not a good allocation of budget in this day and age. So let's move forward. We're going to go through a comparison overview. As you can see, we're going to look at the design, we're going to look at the hardware, speeds, regulatory, and the power. We're going to take a look at installation, so we're going to actually install and set up both of the switches in parallel, leveraging that existing voice infrastructure. We're then going to look at the software for each and how to monitor, configure, and then manage the two different switches. And finally, and most importantly I think for some of you, is a financial comparison. The initial cost of ownership and the total cost of ownership over that lifetime, as we talked about, of the communication solution that we're choosing. So keep that in mind as we move forward.